What?
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Good morning, clubbers, and of course, welcome to another edition of the Wake Up Club. It's a terrific Tuesday in the Isle of Spice, Pure Grenada. The 19th of November, less than 6 weeks away from Christmas, so I'm very excited. Of course, this morning I am thankful for the breath of life. I am thankful for family. I'm thankful for friends. I am thankful for the lessons that come with life. I am thankful for the blessings. And of course, I'm thankful for this platform and for you as an audience that I have this opportunity to engage with you. And of course, we're able to share thoughts, ideas, all these different things, because I do pay attention to your comments. If not while the live is going on, you know I generally look at every comment after the show. So it's a wonderful Tuesday. We have a fantastic show in store for you. This morning, we have a fantastic guest. I am delighted that I can call this person friend. She is, to me, Grenada's #1 journalist. She is the host and producer of the current affairs program, The Narrative. She is mother. I call her freedom fighter because she doesn't stand for nonsense. She is none other than Kistra Faria. So we're going to be chatting with Kistra Faria, getting to know who Kistra Faria is. Of course, we're going to do all of that after the What Irks Kirk segment. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about what irks me this morning, and then we'll dive deeply into my interview with the one and only Kistra Faria. We'll be right back.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Welcome back, folk. Of course, you're tuned into the Wake Up Club. I just saw a notice from Nancy Benjamin that schools are going to be closed today because of the expected heavy rain. I'd like to ask my producer to check on that so we can confirm it. It just, popped up a little while ago, but we'll confirm that and we'll let you know shortly. Of course, this segment is called What Irks Kirk, and I mentioned it on my social media platform yesterday, and some of you responded well. Some of you didn't respond well because, you know, some of you shy away from topics that are important. You prefer the bacchanal and the jokes and the nonsense. But to me, I'm very concerned about it. Sex is prevalent among our teens and our youth. We could talk from today till tomorrow about waiting for the right time to have sex, waiting till you're mature enough, making sure that it's the right partner. We can talk from now till tomorrow. Young people are going to do what it is they want to do. I'm concerned about the alarming rate of STIs, and I'm talking sexually transmitted infections, that are out there among our youth. And a lot of the young people are masking the odor and itch and all of that with fragrances and perfumes and all of that. You know, but it bugs me that a generation that is so enlightened, so empowered, you know, that strides boldly into every circumstance and every situation in life will not use that same boldness, that same empowerment, okay, to strive into a doctor's office to get themselves checked up or to seek medical attention. Listen, your health is just as important as standing up for your rights and following your dreams. So I want to encourage the young people out there, okay? You see, the funny thing about it is, you know, we got to break the stigma. Don't feel I don't understand, you know. I understand our culture and I understand our people. And I understand sometimes shame because you're afraid to go into a doctor's office because somebody go say something. I understand we culture. I don't know if we go ever change that, you know, that you can't do nothing confidential in Grenada. You have to worry about the stigma and everybody knowing. But we can't let bad behavior and a nasty attitude of our people cause us to live infected, cause us to not take care of ourselves, cause us to just use the word empowered, but we're not empowered enough to go and take care of ourselves. Let me tell you something, young people. I can't tell you not to have sex. You're going to do it regardless of what we say. I'm just saying protect yourselves, okay? Okay, you know. Okay, if you're having sex, make sure you know you're wearing a condom. And if you're the guy, make sure you're wearing a condom to protect yourself. Okay, young ladies, don't listen to the nonsense, but oh, I don't like to use it. It don't feel good, all of that. Okay? Because then you're left with a STI. And then you're embarrassed and you won't go to the doctor. We got to break the stigma. Eh? You've got to get yourself checked up. No matter perfume and fragrance and what is going to fix you. That's why I'm saying some of you go vex are talking about a sensitive topic. You know, all you just like it and share it once it's bacchanal or are cussing somebody or are saying something crazy. But things that are important as our health, your children's health, you ain't gonna share it. You ain't gonna have the conversation with them. Okay? We got to fix it, okay? And that's what irks me this morning. We take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be chatting with the one and only Kistra Faria. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Wake Up Club. And of course, this morning, I want to welcome Kistra Faria to the Wake Up Club. Kistra, welcome to the Wake Up Club. I don't know if we have her there. Kistra, are you there?
Morning.
Morning, hearing you know. Now, Kistra, you normally on the other side of this. Okay, I put him in disclaimer. I ain't no professional. I am a blogger. Okay, so you're gonna take it easy on me. Listen, I have known you for many years. I don't want to talk about my age. My hair just tell what my age is. It ain't looking as nice as yours. But I find that a lot of times when people ask people to tell them about themselves, they talk about their profession or their work. So in your own words, I know you. You're number one journalist to me in Grenada. Your friend. We went to school together. We lived in the same complex. We've had so much history. But in your own words, who is Kistra Faria, the person?
There's so much from the side of the fence that I'm looking. So much. I don't know, for some reason my phone keeps going to sleep. I'm not sure why it's happening so often. I don't know if it's your Junior, what's going on? So yeah, so much from the side of the fence where I'm standing. But before we get into that, Kirk, I just want to say to the parents in St. George's, if you have kids in schools in St. George's, there's no school today. All schools are closed. I did hear you mention that in the beginning. Or I cannot take this hat off, can I? There are no schools in St. George's today. And I love the What Irks Kirk segment. I'm surprised we still actually have, I think it was in the late 80s, 90s, we had a real crisis with sexually transmitted diseases, infections, and teenage pregnancy. And a lot of work was done. And I think the numbers came down. So concerning to hear that you having that problem again. And maybe the authorities need to knuckle down and get into some intense campaigning, as was done when that crisis came upon us through 3 decades ago.
Yeah.
So
what bugs me about it is that I remember back in my days when I first started to have sex, I was so embarrassed to step into a drugstore and buy a condom for fear that somebody go tell my mother or somebody, or you go to the counter and somebody looking down at you. We talking 30 years and the stigma of taking care of yourself and sexual health is still there. And it bugs me that after 30 years, people still shame. Kistra? We seem to be having some technical difficulties. Let's take a quick break, and Junior, let's see if we can get Kistra back. Oh, Kistra is back.
I am here. I think maybe my sleep time on my phone is too short. That shouldn't happen. So. Yeah, but Kirk, when you look at some of the stuff that young people are posting and doing online, it's surprising that they're afraid to walk into the drugstore and say, "Can I have this life-saving product?" Because I'm doing the horizontal mambo. But it's I suppose the society where you hide behind the camera of all things and you hide behind the keyboard, but face to face we still need some comfort there in taking care of ourselves. Because let's face it, one-on-one with the parents, I mean, sex is still taboo. We're not saying don't have sex. I think you should tell kids you want to do it, go ahead and do it, but that's how you do it. Saves us a lot of troubles like teenage pregnancy and STIs. So me, I'm the kind of person who can totally get behind what irks Kirk kind of segment that fits my personality, talking about who I am. But I'm a journalist, and I think a lot of people know me that way. But I like to call myself mommy. This is my biggest accomplishment in life, Kirk, was having those 2 boys. They're in charge of things. Archer has an Excel spreadsheet now. He's tracking my expenses. He says I buy too much cake. So Zizi is the philosopher. He talks about advising against bullying and trying to see. He has empathy and tries to see things from other people's point of view constantly, and it's amazing because he's so young. He's only 10 years old now. He's always been like that. Archer is the activist. He's the one who, in grade 4, came home and said to me, "Mommy, I need to mobilize a strike against the school. There was some sort of problem, and he wasn't having that." Sounds like somebody.
Yeah, sounds like you.
Right. So yeah, the boys are my great source of joy. That used to be media, and I still get a lot of joy from being a journalist. But now I find that it's no longer God journalism; it's now God the boys journalism.
Mhm.
Um, that's really, I'm a Victoria girl too. I always like people to know that I'm a Victoria girl. I grew up under in Bonjour picking mango and catching titiri in the river and spreading bag. Of course, I got licks for going and spread bags in the river to catch titiri. That was not something that I was really allowed to do. Um, and going and catch crayfish. I was never good at that. And jumping in the chumboom in Victoria and so on. So I keep telling the boys, I need to take you back to Victoria because you're missing out on the real childhood. And I think coming from Victoria, Kirk,
Mhm.
that grounded me in a way. One thing it prepared me for was to be tough. I think it made me tough because while it wasn't tough for me growing up in Victoria, by no means it wasn't. Okay, it was a lot of fun and it wasn't tough. But in
Mhm.
that environment where the community was still raising the child and people were still passing on values and talking about what was important, and you saw examples of things. So, for instance, when I had the boys, my mother made it look. By the way, my mother made it look real easy, yeah, like having kids. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's a piece of cake. So I jumped in there with both feet, and I
Uh-huh.
started running so fast. And to me, I bought the most expensive things for Archer. Luckily, Zizi is my hand-me-down child, so he inherited all of these very durable, very expensive things, and so. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, okay, well, you should have paced yourself, Callistra. It ended up costing you so much, but the excitement. So, um, yeah, the values and so on, and how to what to do. And when I realized that you need to start pulling out of the playbook of these women that you saw, and including your mother raising kids, and you got to figure out and do that. So that was helpful as well. Drawing from growing up in Victoria on raising a family was helpful as well for me.
Okay. Now, to me, you are Grenada's number one journalist. I give you that hat because I pay attention to the media. I'm part of the Media Association. You're kind of gone sideways on your phone now, but I hope you're still hearing
I
me.
I
Yeah.
know we should ask Junior what to do.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're back. Now, listen. Was journalism your first train of thought in terms of a career, or was there something else? How did you get into journalism?
It actually wasn't. I always wanted to be a lawyer because listen to this. I said, you know what? I was like, 10 years old, 9 years old. And I'm saying to myself, I want to champion the cause of the common man. What can I do? I need to be a lawyer because I felt like people were going into court and they weren't getting a fair shake. Because here in Grenada, I can just go to the police and say you did something which you never did. The police
Yes.
will not investigate. They'll haul you into court, and then it's almost as if you now have to prove your innocence, and one person's word can have you paying money in the court or going to jail or something like that, which is actually kind of crazy. So I noticed that, and I was like, I want to fight for the common man. I want to be a lawyer. So I was going into court with Lloyd Noel. He was a friend of the family.
Uh-huh.
So at a young age, I was in the courtroom with him. Of course, I wasn't able to sit at bar, but I would be in the gallery of the courtroom with him on a Thursday because the court in Victoria was on Thursdays. And then I graduated from National College, which
Uh-huh.
we're old enough to remember National College.
Oh, yeah.
That's the name of the school when we went there, and we had a ball. I hope we get time to talk about those days, Kirk.
Mhm.
Um, and I after graduating, actually worked at Rex Green Engine on the front desk, and that irked me because I had to serve people, on the front desk. It's a tourism hotel. It's a service thing, and
Yeah.
yeah, that irked me. So I left after a few months, and then my mother called up Leslie Pear because they were friends, and
Uh-huh.
she said, I have this daughter. She wants to do law. She's waiting on a couple of things, but take her by you. Take her by you. So
Mm-hmm.
I ended up at the Grenadian Voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not leave the media. I found out that the voice that I needed, the voice that I wanted to have, this
Mm-hmm.
was where I could have that voice. Because as I grew older, I realized that yes, you can go into court and you can defend someone who may or may not be guilty,
Mm-hmm.
but it does not really get that broad voice that you need. So I get to speak about and highlight the stories of the dispossessed. You know, I've been able to comfort the afflicted and to afflict the comfortable. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that that suits my personality. You know, that suits my personality where we can hold people to account.
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, people who take advantage of the system or of other people. So you watch my program, The Narrative, and you see, I cover almost everything. Um, and the stories that excite me are stories that champion the underdog. Yeah, I love those kinds of stories.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, most of the young journalists I see in Grenada, they shy away from it. And often I find them forgetting their mandate or what the role of a journalist is and starting to fall in the role of public relation officers for many entities and not, triumphing that the voice of the people, you know. As a senior journalist, what do you think is lacking? Is it lack of training? Is it desire? Is it passion? Is it fair?
You mm, Cook, it's a lot of a mixture of those things. I think one of the things with journalism is that, I mean, you can do journalism, you can be a journalist, a reporter, work in the media without even, without going out there and doing um, any kind of like training. And some of the great journalists have become journalists simply because that was their calling. Um, and journalism has to be a calling. Not everybody can be a journalist, and not everybody can be a reporter, a good one, a true one. Not everybody can be that. And there's a calling because there's so much influence because you have the voice, okay? And everybody wants to use that voice. And if you're not aware and strong up there and understand that there's just a journalist, no one can tell you what to do or what to say. It's just a journalist and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people can be intimidated like that. In a society like Grenada, a lot of people, may not have come from, the first time they interact with people of power is the day they became a journalist. And they're intimidated because they've never, well, like me, you know, when I got into journalism, in a way, I had been around that kind of thing. But I think even as a child, I couldn't be bothered whether you were powerful or not. I could be bothered if you were truthful. And so I think that's a problem to understanding. And then when I got into the media, right, there were a bunch of people who were ready to train you. It was tough love, okay? People would throw your story in the garbage if it wasn't good enough, okay? Uncle Leslie Pear, he would jump on the desk and go batch crazy if something got messed up, right? And if you did a good story, it would be a love fest. He loved to see a good story. And that was my training ground, even before I did formal training, which I have done. That was the training ground with Uncle Leslie. So we had people like Leslie Pear and, Selby Noah, even Ashley Hines, okay? Ashley Hines was a technical operator, but you could not be on air reading the news and be making mistakes because Ashley Hines would be there helping you. He was a technical operator, but he could, this phone is really causing a problem here. Ashley was a technical operator, but he would correct me. I mean, he still laughs at me today because I had a slip of the tongue on air while reading the news at GBC. It was GBC at that. I said volcano. I was nervous, Ashley is there in the control booth and he is laughing, but he's no, 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 and trying to correct me. But, today somebody might say, well, I'm just a technical guy. I'm not into, what the script says. And so you had these people who wanted, we had this alumni with former GBN, GBC, Radio Grenada people, and it's just growing massively. The amount of people who passed through there since Radio Grenada and Television Free Grenada, which was really for my time, of course. And the things that we talk about, all these mentors, people that you had who were making sure that you did the right thing, that you knew how to be a journalist, that you knew what the responsibility was. Because it's not about being able, the editors would edit your work, but the responsibility of being a journalist, okay, that mandate, that oath to afflict the comfortable and comfort the afflicted, that understanding that is important. And it's not just the politicians, but the corporate too. We have to watch that because people are always shoving the news releases at you. Someone's launching a product and they send it to you as news. And if you're not careful, you're helping people with their media campaign when they should be checking your advertising department to sign a contract. They have you in a room for 3 hours while they launch their product, and you come away from there and you're not looking for the story behind this. You're not talking about whether or not this product is going to be good for market. It's facing the economy, its social impact. You're not talking about that. You've listened to them preach at you for 3 hours, and that's the story you walk away with. It's something we have to guard against as well. And so I think it's about awareness, just being aware of what's happening around you, and a strong sense of right and wrong helps you as a journalist. And I'm sure our young journalists today have a strong sense of right and wrong, but I think what they lack is, because the media pays so very little, and that's a whole other story. People leave. Okay, the good people, they leave. They go. I'm one of the few people who did not leave, who's still on the front line 3 decades later, almost 3 decades later. They go to make money. It's something I probably should do, Chances might tell me, well, they said they want to be YouTubers because journalists don't make money. Yeah, they're very straightforward like that. And I think the mentors are not there. But then there's also something with this generation as well that I remember we were up at Mongay Hospital. There was something happening up there, strike or something. I passed by, and there was a young reporter there from one of the television stations. And I don't know if she knew who I was or did not know who I was, but she just started giving me attitude. And somebody had to say to her, that's Kistra Faria, right? And I was like, oh, okay, it's just me. Because it felt like this was not how she needed to behave with me. And I remember once as well, there was this reporter who I was interviewing Nicola Steele, and she just comes and she bounces me out of the way with her butt and she sticks her microphone in his face. And I said to her, but I was in the middle of an interview. What is this? Total disrespect. And I felt the thing was egregious enough to complain to her editor. So I went down to her editor and I said, you know what, this is unacceptable. And he called us to a meeting and she goes, well, he says, do you know who this woman is? And she goes, well, she knew well enough who I was. So she goes, so Kalistra's time has passed. Kalistra's time. So you have a whole bunch of attitude. And he got so with that comment, and that's the thing that the younger people feel like they know how to do it. They are reinventing the wheel, and that no one else can tell them anything. But for me, I sat at the feet of a few people on my way to becoming the journalist that people view me as. Leslie Pear, Alistair Hughes, Vega One, his brother. I mean, he was the one who taught me how to present. after, and you see back then the media houses were invested. Um, the After I finished my shift at GBN, one of the things I had to do was to go to Vega One's house to learn presentation. His Victoria Hughes
Mhm.
came
Correct.
to the television station to talk to us about facials and makeup and having a relaxing bath because you need to be relaxed when you go on air. Those are the kinds of things. People were coming in from the Voice of America and the BBC and so to do in-house training with people. So we were getting a lot of that, and that is not happening in the media houses. The media managers are turning a quick buck. It's the investment, so they should, without putting anything back into the human resource. And it's something we talk about a lot in the Media Association, putting something back into the human resources.
Okay. Now the media has changed, and a lot of people are turning to social media and other platforms for their
Oh,
news
God.
bites. And the tragedy about that is that there's so much fake news out there, packaged into lovely packages, because with technology now, you're looking at a documentary and you think that it was done in a studio, but it was done on somebody's phone, pushing their own narrative out there. So there's a lot of misinformation.
Under a step somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, there's so much misinformation. What are your thoughts on that? Because a lot of
Um,
people are falling for it. I see it within my own household. Sometimes I'm having a conversation, I'm like, oh my God, that's fake news. No, 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 I watched it on YouTube and it was from this organization. And I'm like, the world is changing. What are your thoughts?
it's like a lot of challenging times, as in the history of the world. The good fighters, the good warriors, just have to continue the fight against that misinformation, disinformation. It's a real problem. It's a pandemic, and unfortunately, uh, the human nature is such that we want to believe in things. Like somebody's been using my photograph and the prime minister's photograph to talk about something that the government, some sort of income rebate that the government
Saw that.
is giving. And I just did an interview with the Prime Minister. So if you see me and the Prime Minister on a poster advertising something, a gullible person may quickly click on the link, and you click on the link and you give your life over to these hackers, and they get into your life, and things that weird things start happening to you. So that's one example. And then people would believe that. It's the journalist who interviewed him the other day, so it's probably true. So
Mhm.
people need to be a bit more discerning, less gullible, and less greedy too. Especially for these news thingies or information that offers you things. Okay, be
Yeah.
less greedy.
There's
Um,
nothing for free.
yeah, there's something for free, and then sometimes when something doesn't make sense, ask yourself, does it make sense? Not everything that you hear on in the media is necessarily true, and that's why one of the things I say to younger media people all the time is that we can be dangerous. We can be dangerous. Do you know why we can be dangerous? Because people, if first it was radio, people believe the man on the radio,
Mhm.
and we have a responsibility. What we say, what we do. The baby's making noise.
Mhm.
And those your guys barking.
Uh-huh.
Morning, guys. So we have to be responsible with what we do, what we say, because people will believe us, and that's what's happening now. That if it's broadcasted, a lot of gullible people would believe it because it has a sense of authority. One of the things that worries me as well, Kirk, as we're speaking on this, is how people are mixing up everyone who's in the media with a journalist. So you have political activists, okay, and slander mongers being
Mhm.
referred to as a journalist. And sometimes the thing that irks me the most is when people speak about me as a journalist, just put a lot of effort into doing this properly in the same breath as some of these slander mongers. And I'm like, let's get it straight. I stand with my constituents are 120,000. Or if you look at the Caribbean, how much million people? Okay, or the world, that's my constituents. I'm a
Uh-huh.
journalist. Okay, and people mix that up. So even someone whose business is misinformation or disinformation because they have an agenda, they can also find success in misleading people because they're on the camera. And so people need to try to figure out. And then sometimes, people walk up to me and they know, they're aware of what I do, and they know I'm there. So many people, in one day, if I walk through town or I go to the mall or whatever, and all of these people would come up to me. I recognized you. I like your show. I'm watching your show. Or even chat with me about aspects of the show. Or even be my producer for a few minutes because there was something that I did that they didn't like, and they give me all this advice, and I listen to it and I say thank you. But so people like me, we are the ones who will continue to try to stem this tide that is happening where people believe it just because it was on YouTube. To continue to do what we have to do the right way. And awareness and education. Yeah.
Definitely. Now, you are no stranger to standing up for your rights. Other people will turn
Well,
it
except,
somewhat.
except when I'm flat on my butt at the ministerial complex. But
Exactly.
I
You
was
know,
still holding up the microphone to record what he was saying.
exactly. So, I've seen you had your tablet destroyed. I've seen you being thrown flat on your back. I've seen so much happening. And I'm going to ask you this question. You could tell me you don't want to talk about it on this platform. Recently, I saw, uh, I could say it, Jenny Simon um, made a attack on you that I felt went below the belt. Now, we're not just talking about Jenny. As a journalist, you're in the field getting so much fire.
Oh, yeah.
How do you hold it together? And I have
You
no
know,
problem asking you how you felt about such an attack that I felt.
oh, no, 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 no. I mean, people get upset and they exaggerate, or and stuff like that. I don't even want to get into that nonsense. The public dealt with that. I mean, just last night, I thought this last night I got a message from someone in my inbox, and she said, "I saw you at the mall, sampling some drink or something. I watch your show all the time." And I love you. You're one of the people that I love the most. And then she goes into a rant about that incident. And Lord, I crap up so much,
Uh-huh.
and I got a lot of a flood of that. So that's all right. That's totally fine. And I understand that, of all the things that was tame, because sometimes you think we've got a friend, but sometimes it's anyhow. But the people attacking people all the time, it's just it's human nature. We're bad. We're bad. We my children keep talking about how humans, because they're into animals and all that kind of thing, and so they talk about how humans. When you hear them talk, you say, okay, the humans are the worst of all the species on the planet, and we could be vicious. People attack me because of politics. Okay, I think some people attack me because of my hairstyle. Some
Mhm.
people attack me because I was wearing something nice.
Mhm.
Um, and those ridiculous things. And I say, like, okay, well, if you noticed what I was wearing and that made you a little envious, then good, yeah. Um, but the,
But but but
the
but but I have to stop you there because yes, you are seasoned, but you have taken up another job, mother and protector, and you have children
yeah,
that are going to be exposed to some of these vicious rants on social media. As a mother, how do you and I know we're going off, but we're not going off because there are people here who will learn from it. How did you deal with
no,
that? How do you
my
protect your
kids.
children? Or do you protect them or do you enlighten them
No,
of the
my kids,
path?
no, no, my kids know mommy. My kids know mommy. Mommy who bakes them pizza, and it's the best pizza in the world.
Okay.
Um, and mommy who does their homework with them, and mommy who rough houses with them, and they know me, and mommy who they listen to doing an interview from home. or on a telephone conversation with people, and and I'm speaking, they're exposed to just who I am, and
Mhm.
so they know. But the important thing about my kids, though, is that my kids are smart. Um,
Okay.
uh, my kids are discerning. My kids have good judgment, and it's not just me nonsense about anybody. Like, my children are 13 and 10, and crap about people is not going to fly with them. They're an example to a lot of adults. Okay, I don't know where they got it from, but I just think that, I am blessed. God blessed me with two children who have common sense, you
Okay.
know, and empathy and love, So I obviously, they don't even go on Facebook and stuff like that, right? My 13-year-old, he's busy coding and trying to develop games,
Mm.
um, which I always have to review and watch. And I'm saying, I don't know what's going on here, you know.
Mhm.
Good job, good job, good job, but I don't know what he's doing. Um, so they're on YouTube, and but most of the slander and the attack is on Facebook. So that's
Okay.
a good thing as well. But I do not, because I know that all of the stuff that's being said about people in general, and about me in particular, because I know my business, I know my life, I know everything I have done. You know some of them as well. You know my
Mhm.
business too. Don't be putting
And
any
and
of
and
out there.
and, and, and,
Don't be
and you know
telling
why?
anybody how we gambled 500 in national college. Shh. So, um, you know, people just need to take it easy and stop.
Uh,
Drink some water and mind your business is really, it's so simple, and it came from a soca artist, so it did, right? Or something like that. But it just is really good
yeah.
advice. Because if you mind your business, then my issues, or lack of them, no
Uh-huh.
longer, oh, your favorite photo, no
Yes, yes.
longer becomes, and you see that photo there? That
Uh-huh.
photo says Callistra. If you want a photo that sums me up,
Uh-huh.
that photo does. What you see in that photo, the fashion, all
The
right, the
freedom.
pose, the freedom, that's me. And it's what I hope for
And the
everyone.
peace sign.
Pardon?
Definitely the peace sign. I come in peace.
And I always come in peace. I compliment people. I love it when people are doing well, all right? Because I figure, if you're doing well, there's just one more person who's doing well that I can associate with, and as we build a society, because everybody doing well gives us a better society for the children that I'm trying to raise to inherit. And a lot of it, I just feel like people, a lot of it has to do with confidence, okay? There are a lot of people walking wounded, a lot of people walking wounded. And because of that, they make others responsible for their pain. So sometimes when they're lashing out at you, okay, sometimes when they're saying nasty things about you, it really, and it's not about you, You just a target so that they don't feel helpless, they don't feel weak. And that's what I believe. That they would just knock somebody else, and just generally, not just about me. I mean, people go after me particularly because of the politics. Because this week I'm NNP, next week I'm NDC, depending
DC.
on the story that I do. And I keep saying, when people say, "How do you deal with that as well?" I say, "Well, who's mad at me this week?" And it's NDC, and I say, "Okay, good. In the reports that I did on NDC were good, proper journalism. Then that's why they're mad at me, and vice versa." Anytime the politicians are happy with me, it's
Mm-hmm.
an uncomfortable place to be. Anytime they're happy with me, it's an uncomfortable place to be. It means that I have dropped the ball, that I'm not doing the right thing. All right. Um, they must worry about what I have to do. They must be concerned about the journalist and not be friendly, not at war. Although the relationship between politicians and media is just a naturally antagonistic one, because for
Mm-hmm.
some reason, as soon as they become the government, the things that should be reported, it changes. It
Yes.
changes. A lot of things that I report now that the NDC was plastering all over the place and they absolutely love, now has become a problem that pulls comments on people like, oh, she's being paid by the NNP. The NNP ain't giving me no money. The NNP will give me a swift kick because they know. You see, the thing about the NNP is that they've been in government long enough to know that I do not change depending on the government. They know I don't change. I report the news. All right. And I will go to your events and stuff like that, and we'll chat and everything like that. But the news is the news. It's a different kind of relationship, and let's just keep it that way. We're good. We can have a whiskey together, but the news is separate. The journalism, the work is separate, and if people understand that you have nothing against the politician per se, well, unless he's a really horrible one that's hurting the people terribly. Oops.
Yeah.
But you have nothing against them. It's just a job. It's just a job. And just like sometimes Kirk, long ago, I used to bother a lot when people said things about me that wasn't true. There's one particularly nasty, vicious rumor that was created, and I think that was created years ago because I actually did my nomination papers to run an election, and that was started because there had to be people actually took me seriously. I did my nomination papers with God, and they took it so seriously. Can you imagine if I got into mainstream politics? Well, and
No, I totally get that. I totally get it. I could see you as a politician. I could see you as an incredible lawyer as well. I'm happy that you've chosen journalism because you get the facts and you champion the cause and the voices of the people. We're going to take a quick break, Kistra, and when we come back, we'll be chatting more. Folks,
make it a break that's long enough for me to figure out what's going on with the phone.
No, you're going to get it, man. It's working well. So we take a quick break and we'll be right back.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Welcome back, folk. Of course, you're tuned into the Wake Up Club. I appreciate you sticking with us at the Wake Up Club. I know you have options, so I want you to know how appreciative I am that you've decided to tune in. We're chatting with the one and only Kistra Faria, a renowned journalist, host of the popular current affairs program, The Narrative. She's also the producer. Her greatest achievement, she says, is motherhood. We're chatting about her because sometimes we see a personality, and that's what I love about this program. We get to know the person behind the personality. Kistra, welcome back to the Wake Up Club. Oh, it seems like welcome back to the Wake Up Club, Kistra. I wonder if Kistra know we see you, huh? Kistra? Welcome back. We're not hearing you. Okay, so Callistra is fine-tuning her system there. We're going to get back to her. Of course, she's a seasoned journalist, producer of the narrative, a host of the narrative. We know she's been in the media for many years, always triumphing the voice of the people. And definitely, I enjoyed this conversation with her this morning because it's important to get to know the person behind the personality. Callistra, are you there? Junior, have we gotten her back? Callistra? Okay, let's take a quick break and let's fine-tune what's happening, and we'll be right back.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Welcome back, folk. Of course, I'm chatting with Kistra Faria. Kistra, are you back? Junior, were we able to get her back? Kistra? Because this is a question I really wanted to ask. Kistra? Okay, we seem to be having some technical difficulties, but I want to ask my final question. So we're going to take a quick break because I really want to know, as a senior journalist, what it is she thinks that we as Grenadians should be paying attention to right now. And I think it's important that I ask that question and to get the answer from her perspective. Let's take a quick break, and I've got to get Kistra back on.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Call Instaprint Grenada today. Located inside Ryder Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Gas prices got you down? Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersebike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.
Looking for a hassle-free way to rent a car in Grenada? Welcome to Ride Car Rental, offering efficient, time-saving service with affordable rates and 100% paperless rentals. Whether you're visiting or need a quick ride, we've got you covered. Call now at 473-422-1011 and get behind the wheel today. Ride Car Rental, where convenience meets the road.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Gas prices got you down? Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersebike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.
Are you looking to take your business or event to the next level? Advertise on Ride Along Live and reach over 10 million viewers worldwide every month. With a global audience tuning in for the latest news, entertainment, and culture, your message will get the exposure it deserves. Don't miss the opportunity to showcase your brand to a diverse and engaged audience. Ride Along Live, where the world watches and your business grows. Contact us today to get started. Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Call Instaprint Grenada today. Located inside Ryder Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Looking for a hassle-free way to rent a car in Grenada? Welcome to Ride Car Rental, offering efficient, time-saving service with affordable rates and 100% paperless rentals. Whether you're visiting or need a quick ride, we've got you covered. Call now at 473-422-1011 and get behind the wheel today. Ride Car Rental, where convenience meets the road.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Are you looking to take your business or event to the next level? Advertise on Ride Along Live and reach over 10 million viewers worldwide every month. With a global audience tuning in for the latest news, entertainment, and culture, your message will get the exposure it deserves. Don't miss the opportunity to showcase your brand to a diverse and engaged audience. Ride Along Live, where the world watches and your business grows. Contact us today to get started.
Welcome back, folk. My sincere apology. We've been having some technical difficulties, but I promise you, I will ask that final question to Kistra and make sure that I share it on the Ride Along platform, on my platform. And that question is, as a seasoned journalist, what do you think we as Grenadians should be paying attention to now? I want to thank you for joining us this morning. As I always say, we know you have choices. We're grateful that you're tuned into the Ride Along Network. We'll see you on Friday. Thank you for taking the time. And of course, I want to wish you a fantastic day today. I want to also remind the young people out there, make sure that you're prioritizing your health. Okay, your health is just as important as you standing up for your rights and following your dreams. Have a terrific Tuesday, folk. Be careful out there. We're expecting some showers. Make sure you're wearing the right shoes because some of us still have to go to work. Make sure your umbrella is in hand. Make sure you're checking on your friends and family. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Ride Along Live.